Okay, 2070, good luck. So we have actually played one before. Opponent has gone berserk, that's that symbol there. 2200 in bullet for my opponent with 2,500 games. Essentially 2000 in blitz, 4,500 games. Rapid 1000 games. What do I want to do? Okay, well taking is the normal standard move. How do I want to reply to it? I'm going to just go h6. Slowly and steadily does it. Okay. No, let's stick. I normally play this knight up first rather than this one. You can get into a little bit of difficulty. You can do. Just wondering whether to throw a check in there, but I don't think I should. Let's just develop in castle. It's all standard stuff. Okay. So bishop up is a move we can end up trading. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? Let's play rook across first, bring the knight over. Just so we can guard ourselves, just in case. Yeah, still come across, so we've got the extra piece here, just in case. My opponent might go for an early sack, might do. Can I throw f5 in? The knight's then jumping around a lot. A dangerous position. So takes, queen takes. My knight covers the immediate mate threat. But there's no easy way to get around. Maybe queen and across at some point. So bishop up, where's that knight gonna go? Let's develop and hit the knight anyway. Then the three back major pieces are all connected. But I might need to get the queen up somewhere and somehow try and challenge this bishop. I'm not quite sure how to do it just yet. But bishop round the angles would be very nice if we can get it. But that's obviously the idea for my opponent. Takes, queen takes. The knight covers the key squares and... yeah, is it possible to break out other than that though? Might be not much else we can do. I need to study some of these openings in a little bit more detail. Yeah, knight goes out wide, so it stops us going back here. So that's a good move, but I do have queen up now to hit the pawn. Here, and I'm a little bit stuck. Do I go back here? I think I probably do. Let's just develop and let him kick the bishop back. I assume h3, bishop back, and we're going to come here. So we've kind of committed ourselves now. Knight in is a bit of a problem, but this is defended. So again, the sack might well be on. We might need to just ignore it and give a pawn away. I guess here we can maybe trade a set of rooks first. I'm not sure we need to. Knight up or bishop back. Knight takes, bishop takes, pawn takes. Yeah, it's probably just a pawn, but yeah, it's gone for it. So takes. Can we go for that and then bishop up at the end now? But my bishop's going to be lost in it. Takes, queen takes, bishop back. If knight or bishop takes, we've just got the simple pawn takes, right? I'm just going to play it. If it's lost, it's lost. I really don't mind. It's just a game of chess after all, isn't it? But we close this down. Either take. I'm just going to take with the pawn. There's no need to do a pre-move, so let's not do a pre-move. We've got time. I guess that's probably the pre-move to do if you're going to do one, but I won't do any. But either piece takes, the pawn takes back. The idea is just to release the queen and the rook guards the other rook. So that's just the basic idea. And the bishop is actually hanging if you just ignore it. So we take and we try and come across. Oh, well, surely now I just take the knight. If queen takes, queen across, then you'd have rook takes. So I think I just need to take the rook, then take the knight. Here, queen blocks, and if rook check, we just take, queen takes, king up, and we should be fine, right? So I think we just take... oh, I meant to take the knight first. What am I doing? I confused myself there. I meant to actually take the knight first. It's still a fine move. It's still a perfectly good move. It might even be a better move actually, but I was intending to take the knight first and then come across. Okay, well there I can just take, right? Now the queen hangs, so yeah, we should be fine now. It doesn't mean we are, but we should be. But this rook could be really, really tricky. Now there's no point in leaving the knight here, so we might as well get the knight into play. But if this pawn goes, you know, this position could still collapse. So I'm looking at going really defensive with knight back. But that's probably a bit much. Yeah, let's go forward. I need to try and deal with this. If it's a one-off isolated pawn, it would be a lot easier to defend. And now we've bungled it. So yeah, we're in a bit of trouble here, actually. Here. We're in a spot of bother here, aren't we? How do we deal with this? I'm not sure we can. I'm not sure we can actually deal with this. We might actually be lost here. So I need to, I think, march the king forward. So here takes, here, maybe. I'm going to march forward. I'm going to go after the checkmate because I think I'm just losing if I don't. So I'm going to try and march on. Well, there's one pawn back, but it might be not an important pawn. If you come here, I go this way, right? Okay, so let's just drop back. But that's the problem. That's the big problem. This pawn goes as well. 4 connected pawns. I've got to try and go for the checkmate. This, and this sort of idea. Yeah, he's gone across. So can I afford to sack this? I'm asking myself. I'm not sure. Let's bring the rook across and try and get forward, and then a move like knight across. Right now, if you kick, at least my knight's got squares I can retreat to if I have to. But once this goes, you know, you've got 4 connected pawns, and that's a lot. That's a lot. Yeah, this is one of them lines in the opening I need to really polish up on. I need to really polish up on here. But I'm going here. Target this pawn, but idea also knight across. If king up, we simply come in for a checkmate. Although, have you got this? Knight across, check. The king could step forward because of the pin. So he's gone there. So I think knight across is a move here. Now, if you just sack, we take. Right, so knight in. King up, it's just going to be a checkmate. So knight in. If you check, king up. And I think we're fine. And we hit this pawn. That could be more valuable than this one, but I think we're actually going after a checkmate ourselves now. So we're trying to go after the king as well as target these pawns. But obviously if this one goes, then the other one's a lot easier to at least target. But yeah, this is an opening. I need to actually look at this in more detail. So we've got a chance to take and take and then hide away. But we've also got a chance to grab this really valuable pawn. Does it matter? I think I need this one. I'm just going to play this and come behind or take here. Let's get this one as well. We've actually got a pawn of our own now, haven't we? And if you rook check, we can hide ourselves away. Without berserk mode, I'd be in really, really, really bad trouble here. Really bad. But the idea is now we're going to try and go after these and hopefully keep this key pawn and nudge it forward. Right, marches on, so we can grab this pawn, and there's still no way to deflect us from guarding our rook, I don't think. So take down, rook across, down, take here, and that feels all right, but is it? Yeah, I think I take and rook across. And then try and take here if you come down. Okay, rook comes down. I just take with a check and come back. Yeah, that was a really tough game, wasn't it? Wow. So let's put that through the engine and see if that sacrifice was actually very good or not. But you can imagine without berserk mode, that would have been really, really difficult. So they're the move times for both players. We've got 39 moves, so we will request an analysis and just see if it was a really good sacrifice. No, it might well be. Imagine if you face that in bullet. Oh yeah, in the end game, we've actually blundered there, so we're much better. We've made a 1-move blunder and it's back to level. We shouldn't have taken a pawn. We should have thrown a knight check in. So we've actually missed a forced checkmate and it's gone to level. Just shuffle your rook and it's level, but you're down to 20 seconds. So in this position, we've actually played it not bad. So was it worth doing or not? So we go here. And it's still slightly better for white. So these moves are all okay. That gives white the advantage. So we should have dropped back to e6. So taking was played. It looks like taking back was the correct move, but you've got a very similar eval for all of them. But it's basically fine this position. Then here, I meant to actually take the knight originally, didn't I? I took the rook and then I meant to, yeah, taking the rook will level. We're actually slightly better here. We should have played the queen over immediately, it says, but takes. So I was intending to take the knight and then queen across, but queen h7 was actually the better move. So g7, it's actually slightly better for white because of that knight check. I don't know why there's a slight difference there, but there is. But from here, you can see it's a very dangerous position. So we've played it not bad. Knight back there was a blunder. I should have just taken this pawn. I didn't take that pawn just because I didn't see it. I was trying to focus on getting the knight back. So I just didn't see that pawn was hanging there. But we're still level here. That rook move is a blunder. So correct to take. F5 is actually the best move there. F5 is the best move, but they're all very similar. Nothing wrong with taking it. Still a forced mate. Good move to take. And then here there's a forced mate in 7, but it's back to level with this rook across instead, but down to 20 seconds. So we get a bit fortunate, but a good win.